All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's Brother Shatia from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. All right. And the video you're about to see is just more proof on uh, why the so-called modern day church, or what people have come to know as the modern day church in Christianity, it's just trash. It's just straight up trash. So we're going to let this video play and then we'll get some scripture.
Wore this outfit to a church concert. Let's take a look.
Nice. One shout out to Wickens, Malembe, Buzzy Club, NTV, Smart TV, Kanita Radio, Kampala Serena Hotel, Benson Waters are beginning for the after party. Let's see how it's special. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, baby, don't you go for it. Nakaima ni kuifia. Make some noise for Jesus.
You know, it's just really a shame what you all have become. Some of you. And it only continues to get worse. The fact that you would step out like that on purpose shows that, one, you serve evil, coming in a church concert with that on. Two, the church concert people who run it, they serve evil. And three, actually, you are just so, there's something wrong here. That you all go to these levels of attention to have cameras on you. I feel sorry for some of y'all. So this,
Yeah, this is a most likely a so-called Christian woman at a Christian church event. Okay, dressed with the attire of a harlot. Okay, and see, the scriptures talks about women like this who go out in public knowing daggone well the attention that they're going to get. Now, either this woman is trying to get attention. Well, I should say she is getting attention. The thing is, what is she doing it for? Is she just doing it for attention's sake? Is she, as the young folks say, thirst trapping, or whatever the case may be? This outfit is completely inappropriate for a so-called church gathering or a church function. Okay, this woman is completely out of order. All right, and you can tell that she is an extremely prideful woman, because only a prideful woman would put on an outfit that's inappropriate and boldly wear it in public like it's nothing. As the scripture says, we're going to get this in 1 Timothy 2 and 9. It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefastness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. And let's look up some of these words. Modest. Let's get some of these words. Ooh. Actually, let's read it in the New Linear before we get some of these words. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 9. And it says, and I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing. What does the scripture tell us in Corinthians? Do all things decently and in order. Okay, we're in the attire of a harlot is nothing. There is nothing decent or in order about coming to a so-called church function like you about to go to the club, thirst trapping for Pookie and Ray Ray so you can get them cheeks clapped. All right. It says they should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by gold or pearls or expensive clothes. For women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attractive by the good things they do. Ooh, man. Ooh. All right. This is a woman should dress in a way that does not draw attention to themselves. Come on, man. You saw that outfit. You saw, and the thing is, she didn't look like a bad looking chick. All right. She wasn't out of shape or nothing. I mean, for all intents and purposes, she was a brick house, you know? But that type of outfit was completely inappropriate. All right, and like I said, let's get some of these words here. Modest, kosmios.
Strong's G 2887, kosmios, kosmios. Thayer's lexicon, related entry, kosmios, kosmios.
So it says well arranged, seemingly modest. All right, well arranged. That means your outfit is put together in a way that it does not draw attention. It put together in a way that a man cannot see through, and it leaves nothing to the imagination. Can see the camel toe. You can see all the skin on her legs, the muscle tone. You can even see that big old cake that she had. All right. There is nothing well arranged about that outfit. All right, let's also get shamefacedness. Eidos.
Strong's G 127, eidos, eidos.
Eidos. Forgive me. It says a sense of shame or honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, respect. So basically, she should carry herself with some type of humility and class, some love for herself, some self-respect. Okay? It's as the old saying goes, if you want people to take you seriously, you have to dress a certain way. Okay? Women are always complaining about how men treat them like meat, and they're tired of being treated like objects for recreational pelvic practice. Well, if that's the case, a lot of it deals with the way you women dress. Now, you can look at that woman and there's nothing about that woman you can look at and say, I'm going to take that seriously. And she would have the nerve to call a guy a creep. All right. Let's see. Let's also get sobriety.
Strong's G 4997, sophrasune, sophrasune.
Sophrasune. Soundness of mind, self-control. Man, and we all know a lot of these women ain't got no self-control. All right? It is in them to naturally want to rebel. These women are so addicted to attention, it's like a drug, and they are willing to do anything to get attention. They lack the self control to say, I have self respect for myself and I'm going to dress appropriately. I don't care if men think that I'm a lame or a goofy or I'm a prude. Okay, because back in the day when I was growing up, when a woman was called a prude, that was actually a decent thing. Guys knew that that was the type of woman that just wasn't going to be out there wearing any old type of thing. Okay, she had some self-respect for herself. But a lot of these women don't have self-respect for themselves. They have no self-control in making themselves or presenting themselves in a way that's appropriate to the public. And we all know what the scripture says about and this applies to women too. It's not just only applies to men. Yep. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. You are vulnerable. You women out there that have no self-control, that dress any old type of way just for attention, you make yourself extremely vulnerable. You make yourself vulnerable to judgment, to criticism, to shame, to embarrassment. You open yourself to extreme ridicule. You open yourself to be exposed as a woman of low character, of low moral value, of low self-esteem. And the Lord said in his holy scripture that women are not to be this way. All right. And to back that up, we just have to go into Titus, the 2nd chapter, because it's going to back up what was said in that First Timothy, Titus 2 and 3. And it says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior. What was that behavior? Being modest, being shamefaced, okay, as becometh holiness. If you believe in God, do the things that he says, okay. And let's read what these things are. Let's go to verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. Because, hey man, we could even go a step further to even say to have respect for their fathers, for their family. Okay, because you have to remember, as children, we are representations of our parents. So you have to ask yourself, whose daughter is this? Because you know she has a father and a mother. You would think that you say, you know what? Let me not bring shame upon my mother and my father dressing like this. Because I represent them. I don't want to make them look bad. And see, that's what this is saying. All right, you don't want to make your husband look bad. You don't want your children looking at you all types of ways. It says to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. Right. Because a woman that dresses like this is being a horrible role model to young children. If she has a husband, she doesn't love him. Because if she loved him, she wouldn't dress like a hoe, advertising everything that's supposed to be for him. She doesn't love her children because she's presenting herself in a whorish fashion. It's not discreet. It's not chaste. It's none of those things. It's none of the things that we've read in the Bible. And the scripture tells us that this is the mindset that a woman is supposed to have, especially when it comes to wearing clothing that is appropriate and acceptable in front of you, in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, but this is the type of madness that the church promotes. That you can do whatever you want to do, and the Lord will forgive you. There's nobody in the church with the balls to tell this woman, "Hey, you either put some clothes on or you get the fuck out." Excuse my language. Because you're not going to be representing an event that I'm doing, trying to, as the scripture says, not put blame on the ministry. You're not going to be here dressed like that and making me look bad, making the image of the Lord get bad. You either put on a new outfit or you got to go. There's no in between. But this is what the modern day church promotes. This is what modern day Christianity promotes. Rebellion. As I said before, oh, it's okay, because at the end of the day, all you have to do is ask God for forgiveness. No, the Lord ain't about to forgive you if you just being blatantly disobedient. And many of these women know the way that they dress is just completely out of order. And because these women choose to do these things and be out of order, this is why you watch the news and you hear these stories about, I can't remember what video I saw, but some guy was just taking it from a chick in broad daylight. Was put that chick on the floor and start pounding her from behind. Hey, ladies, I'm telling you, we in the time where that type of dressing is really going to make you a horrible target. So yeah, I was hoping this to be shorter than this, but nonetheless, I hope you all were edified. To the next time, we're going to say shalom.